What's up? What's up? It's your boy Brian, the Casual Brian, with another Casually Live with the Casual Brian, brought to you by the Casual Brand. This is the second stream with the new advanced setup. I am so hyped. If you can't tell, I am so in love. It's amazing. Just a very, very simple solution, simple fix. But man, I am hype, hype, hype. And so basically, if you don't know what the Casual Stream is, the new Casual Stream, everything that you've seen on the Casual Brand, maybe not everything, but if you saw it on the Casual Brand, we're going to discuss it. This is the one shop stop for everything Casual Brand. So that's Casual Grappler, Casual Jazzer, Casual Producer, the Casual Brian, which is mostly funny content, and of course Casual Brian over on TikTok, where we're talking about anime. So a wide range of things. We're coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And we got something for you on LinkedIn as well. What's this? Oh, we got our first comment. What's this? I think I hopefully answered your question. This is the casually live with Brian, where we just go down on things. Not so much gaming, but we do talk anime. So hopefully you'll stick around for the anime content. Thank you for your comment. So what do we start with? I guess we're gonna start with jazz. Um, and the reason why we're gonna start with jazz is because we had a death in the jazz community. Great jazz legend Wayne Shorter passed away today at 89. Um, got online and I saw from my friend Jaleel Shaw, rest in peace. And it was like, it's just such a bummer. Whenever you get online and you see photos, especially if it's a photo with somebody, a person and somebody else, it's either their birthday or they passed. And unfortunately, today, it was the passing of Wayne Shorter. Let me before I get going, let me just make sure of something. I always got to make sure that the audio is right, because I can hear in my headphones. I hear, appreciate you, appreciate you. I will keep up the grind, and hopefully you will consider subscribing if you're not already subscribing. So yeah, Wayne Shorter, um, musically speaking, is a big influence on me. Um, as a composer, a huge influence on me. I love this music to this day. Yes or No is one of my favorite songs to play. A lot of my favorite songs are some of Wayne Shorter's songs. There's just a freedom to Wayne Shorter's songs. You know what I mean? Like he really, in my opinion, understood, or it seemed like he was trying to get away from the sense that you had to play so many chords. You know what I mean? So like if we're looking at bebop to hard bop to cool, or wherever you would like to place Wayne Shorter, Charlie Parker, it was really about outlining the harmonies and making sure that people understood. You knew exactly what chords were being played, what the harmonies were, and it was almost like you had something to prove. And I kind of get it, you know. Whereas I felt like Train was more exploring the different harmonies, the different notes that you could play, similar sounds, you know. And I'm not talking about like bebop versus hard bop. I mean, if you were a non-musician listening in, it would probably sound very similar, like they're playing a bunch of notes. Whereas Wayne, his approach was more free, and his music gave you more of a chance. I should have included casual jazz in this. His music gave you a chance to to be more free. You didn't have as many chords to outline. And this is just like my take on Wayne Shorter. And so, as a composer, as a musician, not so much as a saxophone player, Wayne Shorter was a huge influence on me. Of course, his saxophone playing as well was influential to me, but mostly as a musician. So we just want to say, shout out to Wayne Shorter. Rest in power. Rest in peace. However you say it, however you feel it. We lost a jazz great today, and just sending thoughts and prayers out to his family, and everybody that was impacted by Wayne Shorter's life, which is so many people, far too many to name. Another thing that I want to talk about is, so I a good friend of mine, Julian Williams, who is essentially the reason why I am into MMA, I am into jujitsu, um, just because of him, like training with him, learning from him, watching him grow. He was doing a video on back takes, but let me specify, and I don't think he specified, but I'm pretty sure he was speaking about back takes for MMA. They had their gloves on, so I'm assuming they were training MMA. He didn't have gloves on, but the Phil, who was his uke or his training or his example, he had gloves on. So I'm assuming that this is talking about MMA. And so what he was talking about is when you take someone's back, don't get the seatbelt and then sit back, which is something that I love to do. Um, I prefer it. I feel safer. I feel more in control sitting back to the back take as opposed to rolling through. I mean, essentially, those are the only way you're going to take someone's back, unless you're going to do some kind of crazy like roll over. But the two main ways is you either roll through, catch their, catching the hook on the side and then rolling them over, or just sitting back, which is again my favorite way of taking the back. But he was telling his class, his team, that when you take the back, don't sit back and pull your partner on top of you. Go forward into them, flattening them out. Now, this makes a lot of sense if you're thinking about it from a standpoint of being able to strike, right? If you're able to strike, then of course you always want to be in a better position to strike. If you bring someone back on top of you, that's not a great striking place. I mean, obviously you're going to be striking from the bottom. You can get strikes in, you can still have a good control for the back grappling wise, but as far as being able to have a strong grappling posture and be able to strike, it makes perfect sense. So I wonder if like people, because I have a lot of jujitsu people on my page, the casual grappler, if they're going to look at that and say, well, why would you not sit back? It's a easier way to take the back. It's a more controlled way to take the back. Well, I think what he was talking about, one, was MMA primarily, and two, you're going to get a better, more advantageous position if you lean forward, if you press the person forward, and then you can strike. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking following the Casual Grappler, where we post grappling content, mostly jujitsu, and all kinds of stuff. But the most recent video is from Julian Williams, and he's talking about in MMA how you should a better way of taking the back. He would prefer you not to sit back. He would actually prefer you to push them forward, and then you can grapple. You're able to strike. You're able to grab. You're able to go to side control, arm triangles. You have so many things at your disposal, and you're not really forfeiting any grappling position by going forward into them. Switching forward to or moving forward to the social media, Casually Social with Brian. Today we dropped a new video. We dropped two videos. Actually, we dropped two pieces of content. First was a video, and it was simply just talking about try new things. So in social media, I feel like a lot of people they get stuck. So either they've went online or they've done research or they took a class and they told them you need to post reels. And it's true. You need to be posting reels right now. You need to be posting short form content, whatever that means to you. So whether that's TikToks, reels, shorts, spotlights, whatever it means to you, you need to be posting short form content. And what do I mean by saying short form content? Short form content. I mean content that is vertical and short in nature. Because on TikTok, you can post up to 3 minutes. And a 3-minute video, that's right in the middle spot, the sweet spot of Facebook and YouTube. So is that still short form? Yes. If it's vertical and it's like less than, let's say 3 minutes, really like the main way you need to think about vertical content or short form content is the format. Is it 9:16? Is it vertical? Does it fill up the whole phone? If it does, then you're thinking about vertical content. You're thinking about short form content. Because some short form content is 5 to 7 seconds. Some of it is 11 to 13 seconds. Some of it is 25 to 28 seconds. There's multiple sweet spots. And if we look at trending, the way that platforms are trending, TikTok is trying to move you to longer form content. Why? Because the longer you're on the app, the better. It's simple. And they would prefer, and this is actually better for content creators, because when it's short, that's less of a reason for somebody to want to follow you. That's less of a reason for somebody to need to connect with your actual page. You know what I mean? But when it's longer, now I want to go and get information from this person. You know, I've been saying this. I think I said it. I got to dig up videos. I've been saying that in the year 2023, the sweet spot is 2 to 4 minutes. Whoever can master the 2 to 4 minute time space, whether that's on TikTok, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on Facebook, that person is going to make a lot of money because that is where it's at. If you can master the 2 to 4 minute space, you will be able to convert short form watchers over to long form watchers. And that is where the money is at currently. So, anyway, when you're thinking about making short form content, it's really easy to get caught up in one thing: make reels, uh, use trending audios, do skits, one thing. And a common thing that people say is once you find what works for you, double down on that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not that's not false. Once you find something that works for you, double down on that. Do that. You need to do more of that. See if you can turn that into a series. See if you can find a way to replicate that. I see it all the time. A person has a video go viral and then they make like 15, 20, 30, 50 more videos of that and they have varying success. That is fine. But you never want to stop exploring because sometimes you'll find that the thing you thought was your thing is not really your thing. And there's something even greater, but you're stuck on the thing that's doing good for you. You know what I mean? So you might be getting like, you might, be trucking along and then you get something and then now you're getting, instead of, 5,000, 4,000, 7,000 views, you're getting 20, 30,000 views, which is great. That's really good. That's a very successful piece of content. But if you stop and you get stuck there, then you might miss the thing that's going to give you millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views. So it's always important that you keep experimenting. A good ratio, in my opinion, is either 80% what's working and 20% experimentation, or 70-30, whichever you feel more comfortable with. I like to be somewhere between 70-30 because I don't ever want to get to a place where I feel stuck. I feel stagnant. I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over because no matter how fun something is, no matter how much amazing, no, I don't need the much. That's why it sounded weird. No matter how amazing something is, no matter how much money something gives you, if you're doing the same thing over and over, you're essentially flipping fries, right? You're essentially on the assembly line at McDonald's pushing burgers. And nobody wants to do that. I mean, I'm sure that some people want to do that if you have no other options. And I am not in any way coming down on people who work at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's. It was a great job. It was like my second or third job I had. It was fine. It was fine. It was good to get some money in my pocket. It was good to understand at a young age what it is to work, you know? But at the end of the day, I think that I see a lot of people struggle and burn out from doing, especially in the social space, because it has an illusion of being free and fun and easy and flexible. And you can travel the world and you can vlog and you can do all this stuff. And you can do all of that. But just know this: if you are traveling the world and vlogging, you got to get the footage. The whole time you're there, you gotta be in the airport talking to yourself on the camera. It's awkward. It's weird. People look at you. People stare. You got to get footage when you're getting on planes, when you're getting off planes, when you're checking into the hotel, when you're not checking into the hotel. You pretty much got to do everything twice. You know what I mean? You got to do it for the camera, do it for the gram, and then you got to do it for yourself. Like you're actually going into the room. So it's important that you keep that fun element to it. And I think that you find what works, double down on that, and then you also focus on finding new things. So today's post on Casually Social with Brian, which I highly recommend you follow if you are interested in social media advice. Try new things. Don't get stuck on one thing. Don't just do one thing. Appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I'm getting to anime. I hope that you don't leave before. Also, I do have Casually Social with Brian on YouTube. So if you want to follow me there, be sure to follow me there. But I appreciate the kind words, and I hope you stick around because I'm definitely making my way to the anime section. And if you follow me on YouTube, then more than likely you're into anime. Or you saw the sports. There's a lot of stuff I put up on YouTube. So yeah, the second thing I posted was carousels are coming back. So carousels, what's a carousel? It's simply this multiple post, swipe right, swipe left. I can never remember if it's swipe right, or swipe left. You're swiping it to the left, but you're going to the right. You see what I'm saying? I never can remember if it's swipe right or swipe left. I leave it to my editor. I say, hey, I want to do I want to do a carousel post, and they figure it out. And I appreciate them. They're amazing. Shout out to Darius. Shout out to Norma. I have the two of the best editors out there. I even, you know what the craziest thing is? I have two editors that I pay that are on staff, right? They're not on staff, but I work with on a regular basis, and I still have to edit. That's how much content I'm making for myself and for my clients. Two editors, two amazing editors, and I'm still editing for myself because I'm that ambitious. You know the thing. Let me say this: there are a lot of obstacles in life. There are a lot of things that get in the way. There are a lot of things for us to overcome. But don't let people outwork you. If you're a fighter, don't let someone outwork you. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're talented. Maybe they're stronger than you. Maybe they're faster than you. Maybe they're bigger than you. Maybe they have crazy flexibility. Don't let them outwork you. That's the thing you can control. I may not ever get to the place where I think I'm going to get to. I may not ever become one of the biggest people in social media and content creation, but it's not going to be because I didn't work hard for it. It's not going to be because I didn't give everything I have for it. I see so many people. I see so many people with something to say, with talent, with ability, and they just simply sit on it. They get, there's a new awakening that's happening right now in the new generation. I don't even know what the generation it is now. I'm a millennial. It's Generation Z and below. And they're realizing that they don't have to do anything. And I'm here for that. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. You don't have to work for this person. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But what you do have to do is work. Now the difference is, who are you working for? What are you working for? And who is going to benefit the most from your effort? That's the true shift. That's the understanding that they're lacking. It's not about not working, period. It's about not working for other people, not letting them get the majority of the benefits from your effort. But you got to work. You got to work. You can't think that you're going to go and just be good enough to make the NBA. You can't think that you could just make a little bit of content, make a video once a week, two videos a week, whenever you feel like it, and you're going to just be the next uh, person online. You know, Gary Vee said it like this: if you want to be amazing, you got to understand that people are giving an exceptional effort. We always hear stories about Kobe Bryant and how he would sit in the gym and shoot 1,000 shots a day. 1,000 shots a day. That's nothing. Think about this. I just really need you to get this. Think about this. 1,000 shots a day is nothing. It's nothing to be Kobe Bryant. If that's the price to be Kobe Bryant, you're getting a deal. You're getting a bargain. That's a steal. If you tell me if I shot 1,000 shots a day, I could be Kobe Bryant, I would shoot those shots. If someone told me that, Brian, you have to post 200 posts a day, stories, uh, feeds, whatever. But if you do that, you will be a Kobe Bryant level content creator. I'm gonna post, and that's how I approach it. That's how I approach it. Don't let people outwork you. Don't let people. That's the thing that you can control. There's a lot that's out of our hands. There's a lot of unfair things in life, but the one thing that is fair, as the Joker would say, is your effort. They can't take that away from you. They can they can deny you, and it might take forever. You might not ever get there, but don't let it be because you didn't try. That will never ever be my testimony. It will not be because I didn't try. So yeah, um, winding it all the way back from that rant, carousel poster back. Use it. They're great. Instagram went crazy last year on Reels. I projected it. I had a couple of meetings this year with clients. I told them, I think that everyone was so excited and so emphasizing Reels and organic growth and new reach that they forgot about their actual clients, their actual community, the people that are already following them. You know what I mean? And so what serves those people? Pictures, photos, shareable content, and real carousels. So what do you do with carousels? Well, the idea is you want to do, I say you need at least 3. 4 is I think the sweet spot, the sweet number. You want to post You can do photos if you're a photographer, if you're a teacher or educator, how to's, break it down into 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps, however many steps you want to. But use carousels right now because that's where the jam is. You always want to find out where the sweet spot is, and right now the sweet spot is in carousels. I've used carousels in the past to grow my pages when I found that I had stagnant growth, and that's what you're going to find with reels. You're always going to find stagnant growth with reels because it's all over the place. They're trying to make sure that it gets as many people as they can, and there's just no easy way to do it, and they're not doing it great. But here's an example. So I post on my page, The Casual Jazzer, which I recommend you following. Um, I recommend you follow. I post reels every day of jazz and just musicians and clips, and it's just music. On Fridays, starting this week, I'm going to take my 5 favorite either from that week or from a particular instrument or from a particular artist, and I'm going to use that to make a carousel. It'll be 4 to 5 different slides, and hopefully they'll swipe through to see all the ones. Another thing I can do with that is say, "Hey, you probably have missed this. This is old stuff from the past. Check it out. Hopefully you like it." And then at the end of it, I put a call to action. I did that before and I used that. And by doing those carousels, I was able to revive my page, which had lost 5,000 followers. So I know this works. And in addition to it working in the past, right now, I'm telling you, carousels is the sweet spot. You can listen to me or you cannot listen to me. I'm going to do it. I did it today on Casually Social with Brian. I did a carousel. And I'm going to do 2 reels to 1 carousel. That's my strategy. Steal it if you want. If you don't, that's on you. Moving on. So finally, we're at anime. And my boy, the Wizard King, the Black Wizard King, I think is his name. I don't think he calls himself the Black Wizard King. He calls himself TBWK. And if you know, you know. But he made a video coming back at me about my video. So I think yesterday I made a video about why I don't like Sasuke. And if you don't know who Sasuke is, you got to ask around. Because you should know who Sasuke is if you watch anime. But the deal is, I'm not a fan of that type of character. The character who just gets stuck for whatever reason and just cannot let go of the past. I understand. Sasuke is justified in being angry. He is justified in wanting vengeance. I get it. I understand. Same with Thorfinn. He's justified. He watched his father get killed by Askeladd and he wants revenge. I'm just not here for that type of a character. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I get it. I even liked OG Sasuke. So Sasuke as a kid, I really enjoyed him. Really, really enjoyed him. Thought he was the man. Loved his outfit, loved his design, loved his sayings. When he called Naruto out for being scared, Naruto out for being scared, I was here for it. I was like, let's go. Sasuke's the man. I wasn't quite on Sakura's level. I wasn't standing for Sasuke, but I was here for him. After the time skip, Sasuke's not a great guy. It's not. I don't feel like I'm saying anything crazy. After the time skip, Sasuke's not a good guy. And so, you know, Wizard King, his vibe is like, look, man, the guy went through some stuff. He's got some trauma. He's upset. He has a right to be. Yes, he had a right to be upset. But then after he finished Danzo, come on, can you let go? Once you find out the wishes of your brother, who that's the whole thing it's about. And then he says he could never forgive Konoha. He forgave Konoha. Sasuke is all over the place. He's angry. He's not angry. He doesn't like this person. He likes this person. You know, he wanted to kill Sakura. He marries her. Come on. The guy's all over the place. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy, you know? And this is something, man, the anime community really has to get this together. We have to learn to disagree better. You know, I don't care at all. There is not an anime opinion or take that could ever make me angry, like to the point where some of these people are. I have another video. I have another video on TikTok. I have a video on TikTok and I have a video on YouTube. The one on YouTube, I have 2 on YouTube right now that are making people insane. And actually only one on YouTube. And it's the video I made about Thorfinn. And season 1 of the anime of Vinland Saga, I did not enjoy Thorfinn's character. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know? Like if someone told me I didn't like Walter White in Breaking Bad seasons 1 through 4, I would care. I couldn't care less. Someone told me I don't like BoJack from BoJack Horseman. Couldn't care less. I decide if I like someone or if I don't. We can talk and we can talk about why I like him or why I don't like him or why I like her and why I don't like her, but that's your opinion based off your perspective. Of course, it's going to be different than mine. But like in the anime community, it's like it's all binary. It's right or wrong, good or bad, mature or immature. It's like that whole vibe is just like, I've never been a fan of people grading opinions, because it comes from, grading people's opinions is ridiculous. I think Sasuke is a terrible character after the time skip. And there's nothing you can say that will change my mind. There's no reasoning you can give that will change my mind. I'm sure there's some people that don't think Pain is that good. They think he's overhyped. Or Madara. I think Madara is not the best villain. And here's another thing. I don't think Madara is the best villain in Naruto. I think he's dope. I think he's strong. I think he's got the drip, you know? But I think Obito, excuse me, not Obito. I think Pain was a much better villain. I think Pain is the best villain in Naruto. But that's my opinion, It's just my opinion. Why are we not allowed to have anime opinions? And although I'm not the biggest fan of anime debates because I feel like people take them too serious, like where they're like scaling. There's a great video by Nux Taku. If you don't follow the Nux Taku on YouTube, I highly recommend it. He has, in my opinion, the best anime channel on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's by far the best, and it's so good. It's an anime concept. It's a concept page, like conceptualizing, what each anime is about and blah blah blah. But it's so much fun. He's hilarious. He is hilarious, and he makes a video that just completely destroys power scaling. It just completely. You cannot power scale. I mean, you can do it, but it's not real. It's not accurate. It would not stand an actual scientific test. It would not stand the scrutiny of an actual scientific test because it's not accurate. It changes. And it's not that the author is not good. It's not that the mangaka is not good. It's just that they don't know. They start with an idea and they don't know how long they're going to get to go. And once they keep getting renewed, they have to continue to stretch. And sometimes you can tell. Sometimes they completely just, and I will always, until I am proven otherwise, meaning I see something from Oda, I will always think that Shanks getting his arm bitten off was a complete mistake. There's no way Shanks should have been able to have lost an arm to that Sea King. Fam, Luffy one-shotted that Sea King. That same Sea King, Luffy one-shotted him with no haki, with no armament, with no King's haki, nothing. Just straight up he just straight up punched him. That was it. What are we talking about? There's no way, man. Come on. There's no way. He was I've heard that he was so focused on saving Luffy. So that means he's going to forget about the fact that he has armament haki or just regular haki or the King's haki. Come on. Now, maybe you could say he didn't have the King's haki, but you can't say that either because we see him clearly use it after his arm is bitten off. Don't get me started. So yeah, Black Wizard King came for me, and there's nothing but love for him. He's a great creator, and I really appreciate him. I think he should be bigger. I think he should be far, far bigger. So every time I get a chance to interact with him, I try to. He seems to, he seems to be cool with it. You never know. Like I had a guy, this was frustrating. I had a guy make a video that like kind of I felt a bit disrespectful because it kind of made it seem like he wanted to see me face to face. And I felt like, don't do that. Don't do that. I think sometimes people get a little brave online and they forget that, hey, I could see you in real life. And unless you're going to say that to me in my face, don't be like that. And also, why even be like that? Just say I don't agree with you. Clown me. I'm okay with that. I have a thick skin, but don't come like you want smoke. No. No. Today on my video on the Casual Brian, I did a skit, not a skit. I just did a video, but it's a crazy thought. So like today, not today, this year in 1990, this year officially makes 1993 30 years ago, which absolutely blows my mind. Hey, oh, I missed this. I'll go back around to it. I don't know if you're still here, but carousel post, gallery post, swipe left when you have multiple posts. That's a carousel post, and you should be using it because it's super hype right now. Um, Pro Mike, he's back. He's back. Uh, yeah, I try to keep it positive. You know, it's hard sometimes because you're doing it by yourself. I feel like the anime community can be super toxic, and here's an example of it. I'm just playing, Mike. I know you're not. This is Mike's second day, our second day time hanging out at the live, so I don't think he's toxic. I don't know why I don't know why you're so harsh on Naruto. I think Naruto's a good anime. Come on. It's not that bad. Yes, it has problems in it. Yes, the ending was trash. Now, if you said the ending was trash, I'm here for that. But come on, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Hey, no worries, man. I appreciate you spending the time that you did. It's such a dope vibe to have people come through. Um, yeah, appreciate it. Hope you'll come through another live. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then, random days when I feel like it. But let's get back to this comment because this comment is no, come on. Naruto is not trash, right? Ninjas, the Chakra, Kakashi, Pain. Come on, man. Come on. There was no part of Naruto that you didn't like. Be honest. Be honest. There's got to be one part of Naruto, at least one part of Naruto that you like. Which I think that was my video I posted. I posted about Sword Art Online, right? Which I like. I really like Sword Art Online. I think it's a good anime. I think there's something for everybody. Something for everybody. If you like fights, there's fights. I generally like isekai. I don't watch that much of it. I mean, I guess I do really. I'm more of a battle shonen guy. I'm a guy. Come on. I'm not the I'm definitely not the demographic for them, but I like shonen, battle shonen. But I really, really want to get into slice of life. Like that's like a goal of mine this year. I'm gonna do some research and find some slice of life anime to watch. Because it's just fun. I just enjoy Japanese humor. And which makes me think I need to get back more. I need to get back into Gintama. I need to finish it out, man. I'm on the last part of it. It's so good. Gintama, if you haven't watched Gintama, you need to. Now, personally, this is kind of the debate I'm having I guess on YouTube. I'm personally not here for all the humor. Some of it is a little bit slow to me, but I do recognize that the humor does, like the mini episodes, they do set up stuff later on. And so it's like skipping is tough. I don't know. There's nothing wrong if you want to skip, but it's tough. It's tough. If you skip, you're gonna miss stuff. You're not gonna. There was multiple times where I was like, "Who is this?" Did it take away from me enjoying the arc? Nope, not at all. I really, really like Gintama. I really, really enjoy Gintama. Here's something. Here's something to discuss. Thoughts on Wano arc as a whole. This one's a hard one to say because I feel like there are parts of Wano that were great. And I think that what he's talking about, well, if he's going to say on as a whole, then he has to be talking about the manga as well, because obviously the anime is not done. And I think that some of the best parts of Wano are to come from Wano, come from the anime. That being said, the manga was good. I think Wano was good. There was definitely some flaws. It was definitely long, but I just feel like everyone expected Wano to be the Zoro arc, and so that was kind of a letdown because while we kind of know more about Zoro, we kind of don't. You know what I mean? So it's tough. Um, I still, all in all, think that it was great. Oh my gosh, here we go. We got a take right here. All in all, I think it was good. Obviously, Gear Fifth is carrying it. Um, seeing the Awakenings carries it. The new Hockey carries it too. Blue Exorcist. Now this is an anime. I don't want to be that guy and be like, oh, a lot of people don't know about it. But I do think a lot of people don't really know about Blue Exorcist, and they should. I think it got done dirty by the anime departing from the actual source material. But Blue Exorcist, I remember watching this and being a huge fan. So much so that I started to read the manga. For me, that's how you know I'm like a really big fan of something. So, like, for example, Tokyo Revengers. Now I'm starting to read the manga for Blue Lock because I just can't wait. I got to know what's happening. I got to know what's going to happen. I got to know where we're going to go. Um, the volleyball. What's the volleyball anime? Haikyuu. Went over to the manga. And so with Blue Exorcist, I went over to the manga and I was surprised and completely disappointed to find out that they had really departed from it. I don't know if I could say goated though, or best ever. It's good. It's definitely really good. Like I would say top 15, top 20. I'd have to sit down and really like think about it. And again, it was hurt by the fact that they started to depart from the source material. But Blue Exorcist is definitely one of those anime that people, it kind of flies under the radar. You know what I mean? Like I don't think a lot of people know about it, but I don't think that it's like slept on to the degree like World Trigger is. Like pretty much no one knows about World Trigger. And they should know about World Trigger because World Trigger is a great anime. It is one of my favorite animes and more people need to watch it. It's just an amazing anime. World Trigger is one of those animes that people don't know about. Um Kakaishi is one of those anime that people don't know about. Soul Eater, Soul Eater is a mix. You know what I mean? Like Soul Eater was popular and really popular, but now I feel like it's kind of fallen off because it's older. You know, I feel like Doctor Stone is going to have that same fate. It's going to be like 5 years from now, no one's going to really talk about Doctor Stone. I'm thinking about getting back into it. I had moments in Doctor Stone that brought me to tears. How crazy? How crazy is that? It was that good though. It's just so good. I'm just here for it. Pardon me. The things that make me excited about in anime are like that make me like weep are not like moments where it's like someone dies and it's sad. Sometimes that'll do it, but like when people are good to each other, when people are kind, that's why for me, always Chopper's story is going to be like top backstory. Nami's story was great, sad. I love it. You know, she refuses to disown her daughters was great, but like Chopper, just like, oh my gosh. I can't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it. I'm getting choked up right now talking about it. But yeah, those are some great anime. Blue Exorcist is a great anime. I highly recommend watching it. I think there was 3 seasons of it, maybe. First 2 seasons are fire, straight fire. Black Star, hello. No, I'm thinking I'm thinking of Soul Eater. Ren is amazing. He's a great character. It's kind of a weird premise though. You know what I mean? Like, and then like what you find out in the manga later, it's good stuff. I think Law was the best. I think Laws was the best. I don't know what you mean by this question. I think Law or this statement. I think Laws was the best. Can you further explain? You mean like his release or awakening? Sorry, his awakening. Because I guess Luffy awakened, Law awakened, and Kid awakened. And I won't. It's not that I would disagree with you, but I think that thinking about where it could go, backstory. Oh, backstory. Oh yeah, Law did have a great backstory. That's why he took so much time with it. That was a great backstory. That was a good backstory. I really that probably, but they all the backstories are good, right? Like I mean, yeah, cortisone. You just they just like right now thinking about these backstories is giving me chills. This is why One Piece is the best, in my opinion. This is why One Piece is the best. I mean, like I can think about so many moments in Naruto, aside from Jiraiya, maybe Asuma dying, not a single moment in Bleach that makes me feel like this. And I'm only talking about the big 3 because if we go through all anime, I mean, there's just all kinds of moments. But the backstories in One Piece, every backstory in One Piece is just amazing. Oda is the king at connecting us to the characters and making us care. How about this? not just the people that we like, but what's the guy's name? Baby Nine or whatever? I can't remember his name. Hardboil. No, not Hardboil. I think it's Hardboil. He has the pacifier and he can swim through the concrete. Baby something. His backstory. How about that guy's backstory? Just a random gangster in Don Quixote's family. Oda's the GOAT. Oda is absolutely, hands down, the GOAT when it comes to writing stories, getting us to feel, right? Yo, how sad was that? How sad was that? I love One Piece, man. One Piece is so good. All anime, all the big three is good. I sometimes feel like people kind of get the wrong idea because I always clown on Bleach and say that out of the big three, Bleach is the worst. And I still stand by that. But let me put this out there. There have been times where I've had Bleach over Naruto. Just currently where I'm at, where I feel, and I think it's based on all the anime that I've watched, my life that I'm living, I currently like Naruto more. But there has definitely been times where I've had Bleach over Naruto. They're close. They're all close. I think that One Piece is slowly pulling away, because even though One Piece has been going for longer, it still hasn't had that issue of fillers. You know what I'm saying? The fillers really just like take away from the overall product. I'm sorry. They have a place and they're needed, but they take away from the thing. Let's see. Ichigo's the best MC. Ichigo Korosake is the best MC. Aaron Yeager is the best. So, man, I'm not a fan of Aaron Yeager. I definitely love his progression. Like, I really didn't like Aaron Yeager at first. I thought he was, I don't like that type of a character. You know what I mean? That's just not my vibe. Loved his change. Loved who he shifted to be. Then he went overboard. So I'm trying not to spoil. I'm definitely not spoiling. Definitely couldn't put Aaron as one of my top MCs, but if he's yours, that's fine. Ichigo is my least favorite MC out of the big three because I feel like he has no motivation. All Ichigo does is react to things. He's just reacting to what's happening. Oh, I got to save this person now. Oh, I got to save this person now. You know what I mean? It's not like I want to be stronger. I want to be this. Even Luffy, who has a very ambitious and yet ambiguous and loose goal. Luffy just wants to be free. He wants to travel the world. And I like that. Whereas Naruto has a very specific goal. I want to be the Hokage. And then he has a reasoning behind, and that motivates him, that drives him, that drives both of them. Whereas Ichigo, if he didn't have to like save anybody else, once Ichigo gets to a place where he can save everybody, he stops progressing. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to get better. He doesn't want to be stronger. He doesn't get faster. He only wants to get strong enough to where he can save the people around him. And once he gets there, he stops. And that's not really my vibe. That's not really my vibe. Even the backstory of Fisher Tiger. Oh my gosh. Right. And that's why Oda's the GOAT. Because we get introduced to somebody and then we like Arlong was just this awful, awful person, right? Even I believe fully that by the end of One Piece, we will have an understanding of why Akihino is the way he is. Because that's what Oda does. He gives us an idea. He gives us a person. He says this person is bad. This is what bad is. And then once we're like committed to the fact that this is what bad is, he flips it on his head. And he says, "No, this is why they're the way they are. Now judge them." And you can't do it. You can't do it. I mean, you can. You could stick. And this is why I struggle with characters that stay the same way throughout. That when you flip things on their head, they still seem the same way. So if we take Sasuke, for example, Sasuke wanted to kill Itachi because he thought he was evil. He thought he just murdered his clan because they were they were he was just a bad guy. Then he finds out that it wasn't really just Itachi. It was, you know, he was being manipulated. Then he finds out that it was Danzo and Konoha, and he gets revenge against Danzo. And what now? Everything's been flipped on his head, and Sasuke stays the same. And it's just like, come on, you know. So for me, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of people changing. Like Naruto change. Guts from Berserk. If you've ever read Berserk or if you ever watched Berserk, he shifts. He changed, even though He had one of the most brutal childhoods of all time. He was able to grow and open up to the Band of the Hawks. And then it's something awful happened to him again. And despite that, he keeps progressing. Now, yes, he's hard and he's harsh, but he doesn't give up. That's the thing, you know. I'm not a big fan. I haven't watched much Gundam. The last Gundam I watched was Gundam Wing. I'm not a big I get what it's called mecha anime. I'm not a mecha anime fan. I watched Code Geass. It was good. I enjoyed it, but I probably would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't mecha. I don't know why I don't like that. I just don't like it. My favorite one probably was 86, I want to say. The 86. Is it called The 86 or 86? I can't remember. That was a good anime though. I enjoyed that. Oh my gosh, fam. Hold on, let me pull this one up. So I just recently watched a video on YouTube, and I highly recommend you check it out, about Gojo and how strong Gojo is. And I think that people do not give Gojo his credit. Gojo is insanely strong, fam. Insanely strong. Like, oh, I wish I could find that video where he just really breaks down. It's the Weeb Commander. Check him out. Let me write this in the comment section. I think I can put it up. It's the Weeb Commander. Might have spelled it wrong. I did. Forgive me. Like this, the Weeb Commander. Check him out. He has a good page. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, but yeah, man, people, anime community, we gotta do better. We gotta have more respectable disagreements because it's so toxic. It's just so toxic. I'm like, man, some of the stuff that these people are saying is it's harsh. It's brutal. Cuts to the soul. Not really. Not really. But but that's part of the game too. If you want to be a content creator, if you want to talk about things, people are going to come on and they're not going to be nice about it, especially if you disagree with them. You know, same if I talked about sports exclusively, which I do sometimes. Like for example, I'm not a big fan of John Jones. I don't think he's the GOAT. I don't think he can be even discussed as the GOAT. Why? Because he cheated. He got caught cheating multiple times. He takes PEDs. Come on, man. If you get caught cheating and everyone else isn't cheating like the Tour de France, then you're a cheat. You are a cheater. That's how it goes. I have no love for John Jones at all. I respect his ability, but even that is limited because he got caught cheating twice. Don't like Conor McGregor. Don't love him. Think he's talented, but he's gotten beat like what? 4 out of the last 5 times he's fought? Come on now. What are we talking about here? Let's get out of here. I need a Jamie to move my screen for me. So I don't have to look down. I can look at the camera. Do you think Kid will be getting a backstory? He has to. He has to. Oda has clearly established Law, Kid, and Luffy as same tier. And it is quite possible that Kid will be dying soon. So, because I don't know if you're reading the manga, spoiler, he is facing off against Shanks right now. So, I don't think that there's any way that Oda could take him out without giving him a backstory. And I think his excuse me, I think his backstory is going to be so sad because he seems like a very interesting character. I don't know. I think whenever I don't know if you're reading, so I'm trying to think about what I can say and what I can't say. Once the Straw Hats leave where they currently are, I think that'll be a good place to just like do a Reverie type, full on. It'll be months before we hear from the Straw Hats again. Not months, but like you know what I mean, like similar to the This Is My Villain Academia, where they just like focused on the villains for like, I think that was months. So I don't know. I think they got to give him time. They got to give him time. I think yeah, they have to give him time because they've established Luffy and Kid and Law as the same level. Now this is the thing though. I don't think them leaving Wano is going to be the last we see of them working together. The chemistry is too good. The There's so many parallels between them. I just love seeing them together. I love seeing them work together. That was one of the best things. I was sad actually when Kid and Law broke off to fight Big Mom. I was really enjoying watching them together. I thought it was amazing. But I just can't see Luffy and Kid not meeting up at least one more time, because I think that you have to have Kid realize, or Luffy kind of realize who Kid is. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. It takes time. I mean, look how long from the introduction to Kinemon to us really finding out who he was first, and then us getting the resolution of Wano. That's crazy. From Punk Hazard all the way to the resolution of Wano. That's a long journey. So there's time, man. There's a lot of time. I'm surprised we didn't get more of Kid and Luffy in the prisons of Wano. I felt like Luffy and Kid were establishing the foundations of their relationship that's going to move forward, similar to what we got with Kinemon and Momonosuke in Punk Hazard. So I think that those are going to blossom, and Elbath maybe Luffy will come and be the one to keep Shanks from killing Kid, because now that they have a relationship, even though they're what's the word I'm looking for? Competitors, rivals. Rivals is the word I'm looking for. I think it's friendly, but they're rivals. I think that Luffy will definitely go to back and try to save Kid. See Shanks' crew and fold. That's what I'm really excited to see. I want to see what's up with Shanks. You know what I mean? I saw a tweet the other day, and it said it's been 5 years and we still have no idea who Shanks was talking about to the Five Grosei. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? You know what I mean? That's wild. How do we not know who he was talking about? That's absolutely bananas. There are so many things that we don't. I made a video on TikTok recently. I need to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on YouTube. What is the One Piece? It's been over 20 years. We have no idea what the One Piece is. We have no idea. No idea what the One Piece is. It's been over 20 years, fam. We should have an idea. How can you have a whole show about something that we have no idea what it is? Naruto is Naruto. Demon Slayer, killing demons. Even Bleach. A lot of people don't know, but it's actually a very simple answer. Bleach goes to the Shinigami purifying the hollows and the souls that are lost. That process is the bleaching process, and that's where you get the name Bleach. But One Piece, no idea. And here's another thing. And now so this weekend too, I'm doing longer videos on TikTok, but I'm going to share those on the weekend. So be looking out on the weekend for my longer videos. Who created the One Piece? Was it Joy Boy or was it Roger? This is one of those things where I feel like they started and they don't know if they're going to get renewed, and then you got to go back, because I remember very clearly at the beginning Roger saying, I took all the treasure of the world and put it in one place, and that is the One Piece. Do you remember that? All the treasure, all my stuff, you can have it. It's in one place, the One Piece. But what did Roger find when he got to Laugh Tale? Is that the One Piece? Did Joy Boy create the One Piece, or did Roger create it? I'm confused. I am genuinely confused about it. Was Roger just saying that? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. We have no idea. We have no idea. So there's a lot of stuff in One Piece. There's so many mysteries in One Piece that I'm so curious. They did a lot of info dumping in Egghead, and with the amount of info dumping that they did through Vegapunk, there's still so much that we don't know. Goku Black versus Sans. Hold on, let me just put this up. I haven't watched Goku. I haven't seen what the Goku Black part. For me, I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Champions, I think it was called, just because my friend begged me. But I can't do it, man. Dragon Ball Z was so important for me back in the day. I can't keep it going. That's why I don't watch Boruto. Naruto was so important for me. I loved it. I can't keep watching stuff, especially when I feel like it's a money grab. Now, people, hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans say they do a good job on it. I'm not going to know. There's enough anime for me to watch. I don't need to watch a reboot of Rurouni Kenshin or a reboot of Sailor Moon. I don't need that. I'm good. Those things were good. They were great. It's done. It's over. So yeah, a lot of anime today. We talked about jazz though. Again, shout out to Wayne Shorter. Talked about jazz. Talked about back take, grappling. Still getting good. Feeling ready for my pans. We're just under 3 weeks now. I'll be back in Orlando. I'm excited. Can't wait to get back to Orlando. Shoulder is rough this week though. I think it's because training has picked up. Training has been hard this week. My head coach is really, really coming on me. Like my my head coach is really, really being hard on me, being difficult. That sounds bad too. He's been pushing me to do the best, get ready. Um, and I feel good. I feel really good. I go great with my fellow competitors in class, black belts, brown belts. I'm still yet a purple belt, so I'm excited. And this is man, this has been great. I really appreciate all of y'all. You caught it too. I appreciate all y'all. You know, this has probably been the best stream I've done in a while, but it's all because of you. You know, this has been almost an hour long stream, and normally I do like 15 to 20 minutes. But you know, I'm down as long as you're here, as long as we're talking, as long as we're having a good time. I'm definitely going to be down to keep doing this. Again, it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. And anything that you see on the Casual Brand pages. So if you don't know what I mean, like the Casual Brand is my company, and I have different pages. I have a jazz page, a music page, a production page, a grappling page, an anime page. You can find me anywhere. Just look up the Casual Brian. That's going to be me. And then the casual, whatever, the casual jazzer. We have a casual model, but it's not really active. So yeah, just look me up, Casual Brand. We have clothing. I'm wearing Casual Brand clothing right now. Um, I don't have any more to show you, but I wish I could put a link up. I could put a link up. You can play musical instruments. Have a good rest of the day. You too. You have a great day. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. I hope you're following. I guess you're following. I'm assuming you're following, but if not, I hope you'll consider following. Can you play instruments? Yes, I can play musical instruments. I play the saxophone. I play the where's my keyboard? I play the keyboard. I play flute, clarinet. I actually have a master's degree in jazz performance. So I have bachelor's in jazz saxophone performance and a master's in jazz studies. So I am quite proficient in musicking. I love music actually. I'm a big fan. I'm actually kind of pissed at myself because I didn't put this stream for the Casual Jazzer, which I should have. I should have put it on there. But normally I don't really talk about jazz, so I don't want to put something for them that's not going to include them. So yes, I do play music. I do write music. I love music. I love jazz music. I'm a big fan, a huge stan, if you will. Um, love jazz. Just period. Just period. Love jazz. These days, though, I don't listen to too much of jazz because I just find it's disconnected from culture. I feel like jazz that we studied was very much connected to culture, and the majority of the jazz I hear is disconnected from culture and more about like what I can do. You know what I mean? So it's like there's nothing I really can compare it to. It feels very selfish, very very self-centered, very much about the performer. And that's fine. You know, it's not my thing, but at the same time, I really strive to have zero judgment about anything. Anything. You do whatever you do. Do whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you feel happy, whatever makes you feel good. Enjoy that. As long as you enjoy it, as long as you feel good about it, as long as you're sleeping at night, then do it. You know, as far as healthy things, positive things, safe things. So yeah, I love to play. But yeah, I'm gonna end it. If you're not following me on the casual Brian, I highly recommend you do it. We're gonna be streaming. I am so hyped for this stream. This new update with my phone as the webcam. Thank you, Apple. Apple, you guys are amazing. This is why I like Apple. This is why I love Apple. You know, Apple continues to innovate. You know, and if you don't keep up, you get left behind. Apple is the best. Apple, if you're looking at this, sponsor me. Sponsor me, Apple. Give me Apple products. I'm telling you, Apple should sponsor me. In all seriousness, I would be the best Apple brand ambassador because I'm just a huge Apple fan. I've been a huge Apple fan from the jump. From the jump. From the time I switched over to Apple, I haven't looked back. And I won't look back because it's the best. So anyway, I if you're just watching this now at the end of the stream, just know that the stream started somewhere around 4:30 or so. I guess it's an hour, so 4:20. So if you're not watching at 4:20 Eastern Standard Time, you're watching a rebroadcast. And so if I don't reply to your comments, it's because it's not live. Don't take it personal, please. And Thank you so much, so much, so much for everybody that came. First hour-long stream. This is amazing, but not the last. And until the next time, stay casual. Be sure to follow and have a great day. Peace.